Hello, this is my first ever podcast I've decided to make because I realized I talked a lot, and I realized why not talk with someone instead of talking to myself, because my mother thinks I'm running mad because I'm talking to myself so much. And well, I think technically this is not my first podcast. Well, it's my podcast, but also not my first attempt of deciding I wanted to make a podcast. So we should jump through the story because I don't want to keep anybody waiting. Um, Yesterday, no, today, at early morning, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, I I I decided to post a podcast. I When I was doing a podcast, I realized I couldn't just directly record my voice on YouTube and past a picture on it, and I was like, oh, okay, then I'm going to use CapCut because CapCut is something that I rely on when I'm editing. I edit sometimes for some things, not for podcast, just from some useless things I do, and I did my edits, recorded my voice. I think was minimal of 7 minutes, because my first time, so I didn't want it to the talk the talk sh- to long. The talk should be long. English is not my first language, so I'm going to make a lot of English, a lot of mistakes. So yeah, so I finished doing it, and I was like, okay, then let me post it on YouTube, and I realized I actually couldn't. I couldn't export my project, and I was like, wait, wasn't CapCut a free app for creators, upcoming creators, and ongoing creators? It's for everybody. And CapCut was a reliable site, but then I realized I couldn't post, uh, and it's not something I came to realize. It's something I knew, but just wanted to add this example because it's something that is going on too much that I think a lot of the companies and the app builders, website builders should stop this thing. Game builders, movie builders, anything, they should stop this thing where they put a payroll on. I buy a remote, okay. Example, I buy a remote, I want to press on the remote, and the fucking remote types, you will have to pay a minimum of $1 every month to press the remote so that the remote will be activated. And it's so fucking annoying. I thought CapCut was an app that was meant for everybody. Who, like, do you think I think the amount you had to pay was a lot, I forgot. No person who is starting underground with editing and things like that could pay that amount. Usually, people who use CapCut are students and children who can pay this amount. They are making their app useless, okay? They are making their app useless by putting a payroll on it. Um, when I'm using another app, I forgot the name, but it's just the same as CapCut. And this one, of course, I could see a payroll there, subscription. This one, they said you can only use it for 100 times, and after that your subscription is done and you have to pay. I can't talk about it much because I don't think I'm going to do a podcast for the 100th time. So maybe I could do some other projects, so it will waste my chances I have. But I don't care if the subscription finish, I could just reuse another email, or by that time I have money to pay for the subscription. Not that I don't have money, but bro, like, I'm not doing this podcast for any benefit or anything like that. So me saying I'm as an 18-year-old, someone just turned 18, I'm not stupid enough to say I'm picking my pocket money to pay for something I'm not getting any benefit from. That would be stupid unless it's a dress or something like that. So I think games and streams and things like that should cool down without those pay to make it work. I buy a blender, I can't fucking blend shit because why? I have to pay a subscription. It's so disgusting. Companies are too greedy. I finished buying that fucking 2,000 blender and you want me to pay $5 a month? Well, I use euros, so €5 a month to refine my blender. That's not really cool. It's not cool at all, and it's kind of, what's it called? They are taking disadvantage. They are taking advantage. They're taking advantage of people, and I know a lot of people are going to gobble it up, and because the company see that people are gobbling it up, for them it's not a problem, because if you don't want it, there's this guy is going to buy it, so who cares? If you say you don't want it, the other guy wants it. And I think this is something that makes those people feel like they're in power, because they know there's always that one person that is going to buy from them. So they don't care about you. They don't really care. And they don't care about your complaints. You complain and complain, you are still going to buy it. And yeah, it's funny, but it's not funny at the same time. How much prices of things have increased, but no, look, I don't work, but I do watch I do investigate social media and the real life, and I know things have gone up. Okay, things have gone up. As an 18 years old, I still know things have gone up, and I know how the people, even though things have gone up, you expect the payroll to increase, but it doesn't increase, and it's like, what's the difference? There's no difference, and it's not nice. I my podcast. But let's talk about my podcast. My podcast is like, I'm just ranting. I'm ranting anything I have in my head. If I have a thought in my head, I just come up and just rant it out. I know not everybody will listen to my opinion, and I wanted to say something about opinion before we end this thing, because I have to sleep. It's 1:53. I need to sleep, but I just wanted to say a brief thing about the opinion. Maybe the next time we meet again, I will talk more about it. But I just have something about opinion. Opinion is a, what's it called? Fascinating thing. Okay, where people, like, let me give an example because I love giving examples. Let's say this guy killed someone. Let's use murder. He murdered someone, got into court. The juries are judging. The judges are judging him. The juries are trying to listen to his story. His lawyer come up. The lawyer said, "Well, my client was abused when he was a child, molested when he was a child, wasn't given food when he was a child, neglected when he was a child. So because of that, it built up bad thoughts in my client's head, and he killed this person." You see how in this example, there was an excuse, okay? There was an excuse to what he did. And how does it have to do with opinion? Opinion has to do with what you think is wrong or what you think is right. And there's always that one person where you look at them, they have this opinion, you look at them and you think, how does this person think this is fact? Like, you look at them and you think, how does this person think it's fact? Because in your head, it sounds like something no one will believe in. But then you turn your right, you turn your left, and you realize there's actually people who believe in these things. And yeah, that's what I'm saying. Opinion and it being no wrong and right is a fascinating thing. Maybe next time we talk about it more, because now have to sleep, so I'm not explaining it well. Yeah, I think that would be a goodbye. So see you next time.